Hello, Mr. Roebuck. This is Nikki again. I am doing my intercultural, let's see, intercultural communication speech. I just want to talk a little about, my culture, how I was growing up, and the things that I'm, doing differently now, trying to do better in life, trying to separate myself from the things that I've grew up with. First, I want to say, when I was 5 years old, actually 4 years old, I was in foster care. I really wish that my family was more closer to each other because I've never enjoyed, I've never had a moment in life where I can just enjoy, you know, like having my parents without being sad or, without desiring, well, without having the desire to, have my parents, if that makes sense. At 4 years old, I was in foster care. The people that had me, they were pastors, but they did not treat me well. I can remember to this day, I even know where the house is. It's on 31st. It's here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and it's on 31st Street. And I can remember when, they just treated me so bad. And one morning I got up and I just wanted to, I tried to run away. I got dressed and I just knew in my mind, I had it in my mind. I had it determined that I was about to run away and try to find my family, my grandmother, my parents. But as I tried to escape, the alarm went off, and of course, I ran back, got in the bed, pretending like I was asleep, and it was just, I'm sorry about that. It was just crazy. Until this day, only people that I have is my husband, my daughter. I have my in-laws in a way, his mom in a way. She's sweet. She cares about me. I have my play aunt, and I have my dad. I talk to my dad, but I'm not really close to my dad as I desire to be close. And my mom, she's nowhere to be found. Like, I know where she is, and I know she's in Texas, but she don't try to contact me or anything. But I want to say this: be thankful. The ones that do have your parents and have support, a lot of support from your family, to be thankful for that, and to never, never be, I don't know what the word is. I don't know how to say this, but don't ever be selfish, you know, because I wish I had my family. I wish I had my mom, and I wish I had my dad. I wish I can, have the relationship with my mom. I know I'm 24 right now. I'll be 25 in May. But I just wish that I had the relationship with my mom that some people, have. Like, I have a coworker. She has her mom. Both of my coworkers, we're tellers, and they both have their mom. And I just say, oh, how I wish that I had that relationship with my mom. Yes, I do get sad about it at times because it's stressful, and then I still have to live with it. Even though people say, oh, don't let it get to you, don't worry about it, it'll get better, just pray. And sometimes I feel like praying is, you can pray all day long, but if that person don't want to change, they will never change. So I just have to move on with life and be the best parent I can be, best mother I can be to my daughter. I say I don't want her to go through the things that I've dealt with. But to get back to my story, I grew up in a negative environment. At the age of 5, my grandmother, we went to the judge. We went to the courthouse. Judge Brown was the judge at the time when we were there. And my auntie Maya and my grandmother Kathy and my mom and dad was there. And my mom had told my auntie Maya and my grandma Kathy that she wanted them to adopt me. And yes, I was very happy at the time. And when I was adopted, I stayed with my grandmother, my dad's dad mom. Her name was Freddie Mabel. She died, rest in peace. She died back in 2011. But she was my favorite grandmother, and I miss her so much. And I just wish that I could I just wish, you know, that I can rewind time and just sometimes I just wish that my life, what would it have been like to have my mom and my dad, to be raised and be told how, learn be taught, how to be a woman. I mean, I know how to be a woman, but it's still some things that I have to learn. Sorry about that. The background, my daughter's in the background talking, but I just, I desire a relationship with my mom. I desire a deep relationship with my dad. And my dad, we do talk here and there. We text each other here and there. And when I go to Texas, I do go visit him. And my stepmom, of course. But it's just not the same. And I even have stepsisters. I have siblings as well on my mom's side. I'm the only child on my dad's side. And he's married now, so he has 2 stepdaughters and a stepson. But we're friends on Facebook, but they don't, we're not close. And, that caused a lot of rejection growing up in a negative environment, and then, coming out of that environment, trying to live life on my own and, be a woman and, and it's 2020 now, but it's just like, it feels like I'm learning now how to, be at peace about things. And I still feel lonely sometimes. I still want that attention sometimes, but it may not ever happen. So I have to just continue to move on in life. And, it's just a lot of things, but I just have to look at the positive side, be strong for my daughter, and move on and make sure her life is not the way that my life was. And to continue to move on. So this is my intercultural communication speech, and that's just a little bit of what I've been through and some of my culture. So thank you.